Let's bring on board Vijay Bhambwani then, as promised before the break, to give us a sense of what's likely to happen with the markets today. And he is the author and CEO of BSPLindia.com. Vijay, hi, morning. To start off with, tell us about the Nifty, the benchmark. What is it that you're expecting today? And for the rupee as well, after that 2% move, what's likely to happen?
Where the Nifty is concerned, the bullish pivot will be at the 5,300 levels, above which the bulls will have to keep the Nifty throughout the session in order to be able to push the Nifty spot to the 5,325 or maybe 5,350 levels, where profit taking is likely to cap the gains. On the flip side, staying below the 5,280 levels can see the Nifty go to 5,250 as a primary target and maybe extend up to 5,230, where bear covering and a fresh buying might just stem the declines. Where the USD INR July futures on the NSE is concerned, the bullish pivot will be at the 55.30 levels, which is a long shot for the bulls to be able to keep the USD INR above, in case the 55.40 to maybe 55.80 levels can be tested, which seems to be a low probability proposition as of now. The more likely scenario is the bearish pivot of 55.10, below which the bears will be able to keep the USD INR in the July future series, below which the dollar can basically go to 54.30 to maybe even 54.20 levels intraday.
And Vijay, what's your view on the realty as well as the banking pair?
Where realty and banking space is concerned, I think one saw a good deal of buying interest percolating to these stocks for the second or third trading session in a row. And I would say banking and real estate both should be held on to at this point in time, and aggressive traders might even attempt to buy the dips in both these sectors.
Okay, and away from that, the other sector that was in focus yesterday, that's telecom. How would you play the up move there?
In the telecom space, one saw frontline counters like Bharti and Idea go up with good volumes, and therefore I think this rally might just extend for the next one or two trading sessions. Here again, I would recommend a buy on dips approach, and therefore this sector is likely to outperform the broader markets in the coming one or two trading sessions.
All right, and what's the trading strategy that you would recommend? Can you suggest two stock specific ideas that our viewers can watch out for?
Where individual stock trades are concerned, I would stick to the telecom space and recommend Idea Cellular as a buy in the spot segment on marginal declines at the 80 levels. And I would hold these long positions with a stop loss at 78. I would expect to book profits at between 84 to 85. This trade need not necessarily be a day trade. One might just need to roll the trade over to the next trading session as long as the stop loss is not hit. The second would be buy recommendation in the telecom space itself in Bharti Airtel. I would buy it in the spot segment at the 317 levels, which is a marginal decline from yesterday's close. I would hold this long position of 317 with a stop loss at 314 levels, and I would expect to book profits at 323 or end of the session, whichever comes first.
Okay, so 84 on an Idea, 323 on a Bharti, but on the derivative segment, what trade have you spotted?
In the future space, I would recommend buying Balrampur Chini for the sheer relative strength that it showed yesterday, and expansion in traded volumes, which tells me that broader base buying is likely to be seen even today, barring routine profit sales. So I would buy the July futures in the future space at the 54.5 levels, which is a marginal decline from yesterday's close, in case some profit taking does see the price react marginally. All these long positions of 54.5 will be held with a stop loss at 53.5 levels, and I would expect to book profits at 57 levels or end of the session, whichever comes first.